Starting. Hey guys, this is David Berry with TexasInsurancePro.com, and tonight's video is Insurance Agent Say What? I am your host, David Berry, with my fellow insurance agents out there. I got Cecil. Cecil, why don't you introduce yourself?
Hi, my name's Cecil Dahlberry. I'm an insurance agent that I've been in the business for about 11 years now. Pretty much my forte is retirement income, 401k rollovers, anything to do with money and handling it safely.
Handling it safely. And then on the other side, we got my good man, my longtime friend, Carlos. Carlos
Salazar, native Texan here. I've been in the insurance industry for about 10 years. Started off with the pre-needs funeral pre-planning, doing caskets and urns, and real estate, you're 3x6x6. Good to be on top of the earth, know what I mean? So been in the insurance industry, done term insurance and IULs.
Awesome.
That's my specialty.
So we're going to talk about, like on TexasInsurancePro.com, we get a lot of people that ask questions about becoming an insurance agent, about insurance products that we offer individually as insurance agents, and also just we got this one page that's people just want to know more information about it, and I never thought that people would want to know more information about being an insurance agent. So tonight we're going to talk about that. I mean, so the goal is to kind of open it up and kind of make it real easy for the folks that watch this video to kind of see what it's like for an insurance agent over time. We're not going to cover everything tonight, but on this video, but we're going to cover just a few things. I want to start out, Cecil and Carlos. I wanted to start out by kind of asking you. We talked about this ahead of time. The first question, and is what everybody asks when they try to get into the insurance world, and that is, how long does it take to get into the insurance, to get a license?
Well, let's see. So you want me to go ahead?
Yeah, go ahead, Carlos.
How long does it take to get a license? It all depends on your study habits. You can
2 days. I get it done. Can I get it done in a week?
2 weeks.
2 weeks?
You can get it done in 2 weeks.
So wait a minute.
It all depends on you. Now, normally it takes about 30 days because you got a full-time job, you got a family. Most people out there, you're married, they got a family, they got a job. They're looking for a career change. You're looking at, and now you have to study. Now you have to study when everybody's asleep, because I've done it.
Carlos is like the school of hard knocks. See, so he's like, hey man, it's blood, sweat, and tears.
It really is.
More insurance.
And you have to study at night, and it takes about 30 days. It takes about 30 days. It all depends on you. It all depends. It can be anywhere 2 weeks to 30 days, and you can pass a test.
We were talking about this before, and Cecil said something that made me laugh. He goes, "Forever." Why'd you say that earlier?
Well, it's just like what Carlos is saying. Even when I got in the insurance business, I was working a full-time job. So everything that I was doing, and I had a newborn at the house too that was about a week old. So whenever I was trying to study, I had all that going on. So sometimes it feels like it can take forever because you're committing to it, and it's your spare time that you're really doing all your studying. Yeah. But typically, we have a process that we take everybody through, and most of the people that come through within 30 days, they've passed their tests.
So we'll talk about that later, because you guys actually have something unique where we'll compare that, because I want to talk about since we're on this topic about how long it takes to get licensed. I think it would be fair that we talk about, tell people how much it costs to get everything to get licensed. What is your program? How much does it cost in your world to get licensed?
Well, Cecil, you go ahead, Cecil.
Well, for us, pretty much the way that it works is it runs grand total right around $300, and that takes care of your licensing fees, taking your test, and we have a program also that you get a pretty hefty discount on the study materials as well if you're going through us. And typically it's right around $300, but you're not having to write a check for $300 right up front.
So, but you're saying that's with you guys. Now, I mean, Carlos, didn't we look up let's see, you're talking about that includes application fee, right?
Yes, the application fee, study material testing, and your fingerprinting, and your agreement.
So the study material, because I know the fingerprints are like 50, 60 bucks. The test is like 50, 60 bucks. Well, how much is the test these days?
About 50 bucks.
150 bucks?
Yeah.
So that's 250 bucks in your study material. So you guys have a discounted study program, because if I'm not mistaken, and I have a link that I send people, but your ExamFX is like 300 bucks for their top packet, for their top licensing packet. You're saying that you guys have a 90% rate and it's only 20. How much is it?
We got 90% passing ratio. If you go out and get it on your own, that's like $200. But through our
okay,
contact, it's $20.
Okay, so that's something that's unique to you guys, but that's kind of a recruiting thing, I guess.
Right.
But an agent can technically, in life and health world, in your world, get started for 300 bucks, and at least get licensed or get well on the way to licensing process. Now, in my world, property and casualty is not that easy. You know, when I do property and casualty, then everything takes a lot more money, more time. We can do the same thing with the test and the fingerprints, but the study material, you're going to pay for the study material unless you work for a company that's going to do that. So that's pretty cool. Third question. You got your license. You got, you know, we're all old pros, so this, I don't know. Maybe you guys can answer this better than I can. You got your license. You got the company that you're working with, and you guys are going to do what's working with you guys. How long does it take the average new agent to start making money?
Go ahead, Carlos.
Oh, around 30 days. Around 30 days.
30 days.
I mean, because you're doing the training, and it's a process. It's not something that you're just going to go, like, go to Jack in the Box and order it, you know, boom, and it's there, done.
Well, yeah.
It's a process.
You're selling life. It's kind of a life. You have life and health products. And those are things traditionally that, you know, people don't shop for. Right. They actually have to be sold those products because we typically don't understand that. So, okay.
Yeah, because you're going, it's an introduction. You're going through an educational phase through there. And then you're doing a proposal. So that's, you know, you're looking at 2 to 3 days process, you know, and so you're looking at, you know, around 30 days, you should start making money.
So in 30 days, somebody can make money if they follow your training program. Let me ask you this, Cecil. You've seen, though, I know you and I have talked in the past. I mean, let's be real. There's those guys out there that hire people, call them Monster. Is Monster.com still out there?
Yeah, actually, I saw a commercial today.
Okay. So
one on the radio.
They you know, there's those licensing and not licensing, but recruiting outfits that call people out of Monster and tell them you're a teacher, you'd be good at this. And like they're selling like mortgage protection. They don't want to call it insurance. How would you say you guys differ if you were talking to a new agent that just got a call from one of them, or say a company that buys term and invests the difference or something like that? How would you say your program differs from one of those types of outfits?
Our program is geared more towards helping people. Okay? You do make an income along the way as well, but you know the main thing is you're going to be trained A to Z with us. That's really the biggest difference, and you're not having to pay for that training either. A lot of these companies that they just pick up the phone and they, you know, for better or worse, it's a numbers game as to how many people they can get through the front door. what they don't tell you is how many of them walk right out of the back door and they don't stick around very long. So with us, you know, the thing that we really want to do is make sure that we're getting quality training for people to make sure that they're not going to be telling anybody out there something wrong, for starters. But number two, you've got the confidence of, you know, right now between me and Carlos, that's 21 years of experience that you can draw from. And of course, I've got friends, and Carlos has friends all throughout the industry as well.
You guys are such babies.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
are.
I'm you by myself.
Yeah. Yeah. And then of course, you know,
You yourself have 20 years, David.
Hey, back in my day, we had the underwriting racks on my desk.
Right. Yeah. When you started, you had to have a rate book and figure it with a calculator, right?
Right.
We did.
Yeah. So
I still had life insurance carriers. I can remember a time where I was selling a 20-pay whole life policy, and instead of giving me software, the funniest thing, they gave me a CD and they gave me a rate card, and I was like, wow. And they're like, do you have a calculator? It's like, why do I need a calculator? Like, here's a rate card. Like, why do I need that? I can use a CD.
Yeah. So that's really the biggest difference is we do spend time, and it is one-on-one time. The other thing that really we differentiate ourselves from everybody else is that we have a process. So we're going to teach you through the process on learning everything that you need to know. So it's not where we're trying to get you to, you know, I know when I first got in the business, and maybe if I remember right, it was the same way with Carlos is,
Yes.
there's so much information that you're having to learn. And it's like trying to drink out of a fire hose. Well, the way that we do it is we do make it into small. I mean, how do you eat an elephant? You do it one bite at a time. So you're just going through, and we're giving you what you need to know, and you're progressing. And of course, you know, you're learning more things and stuff like that. So the training never stops. I mean, 11 years into it, and I know with you, 21 years into it, you're constantly honing your craft. And if this is what you're going to do, you know, it's not just, okay, here's what your rate's going to be. There is some art to what we do as well. And of course, there is the science, but you know, there is a big art side to this, and that's what I like about the income side is you have to get creative, you know, because you know my grandparents typically 2 generations ago, their retirement time frame was 10, 15. A long retirement was 20 years. Now the short ones are about 30.
Right.
Because we're living longer. So that's where kind of the art comes into it, is because, you know, you don't want somebody to run out of money and they still got 10 years to live, right?
And the cool thing about it is that this business. It's amazing. I started out in property and casualty way back when, and never thought that I would evolve into the type of person. And that's the thing about insurance, is that it's something that you can always grow with, like you were saying, and that here I am talking to people about their retirement. Here I am talking to people about land developments and trusts and you name it, because as long as you continue to learn and take the education as a time to grow your craft, it's amazing how you can differentiate yourself. And there's really good money in it. There's really good money in doing that.
Yeah, there is good money into it. You like Cecil said, I mean, you hone your craft. There is an art to it, and you'll always constantly will be learning.
Yeah.
You know, and just recently, I mean, just talking about compensation, you know, how long does it take to get paid? After you get trained and you become better and better, you become a better version of yourself. Once you start improving, then you'll be able to make those $600, $1,000 checks.
Well, you know, I'll tell
you, you have to crawl and then you walk.
When I was at, I won't name the company, but I was doing this I was with this one company, and they have we were doing auto, we did property and casualty and life products. And what I learned about it was it's like base hits. If you can master the art of the base hit in this world and keep doing that day in, day out, don't get too high, don't get too low. Know there's going to be rejection. The sky is pretty much the limit. And and whether you can make a great living off of, I'm going to say $20 a month commissions on Medicare supplement policies, or you can make $1,000 per policy commissions with annual tails on your life insurance policies, or even more. I've seen $15,000-$20,000 policy commissions on one policy. So there's no limit to what you can make it in this business. Just the better you are, the fewer there are out there that are like you. And I commend you guys for what you're trying to do and what you're doing right now. You know, I want to keep the show going. What do you say we do this again next week?
I got one note to add to this.
Sure.
You hit a word that we rarely talk about. Rejection.
Oh yeah.
You must handle rejection well.
Oh yeah.
That's one of the keys. You must handle the no's. That just gets you closer to a yes.
Well, and for me, I even say it's the only no's I get at this stage in the game, honestly, are the ones where I'm going to be cocky. I'm going to say, when you've been in the business as long as I have, the only no's I get or I don't have the money. Because once we have a real discussion, once we have a real discussion about it, and it's the plan for them, I'm not trying to sell them a policy just because this is what I have. And that's kind of what you guys are doing, is you're designing plans. When it's like that, you can't. Old guy once told me you can't sell broke, and you can't sell someone who doesn't understand. He didn't say it in those words, but if they don't understand, you can't sell them, and you can't get them a policy. And if they're not suitable, you can't get them. You shouldn't get them a policy. And if they're broke, you can't get them a policy because they can't pay for it. And that's what it gets down to in the end when you get trained up and what have you. Let's do this again.
Yeah.
I'm game.
The only thing that I would add, as far as the money side of it is, the company that we do, we get paid every Tuesday and every Friday.
You get paid twice a week. I need to come write for you guys.
Yes, we do. Twice a week.
But I got too much going on. I need you guys to write on my policies for me, and we'll do overrides or something.
We can do that.
Yeah.
Because I got, me, But in any case, so let's do this next week. I kind of like having a little informal discussion. Hopefully you guys that watched this video have like the informal discussion. Put your comments in the description, in the comment field below. Subscribe, like, please. Let us know that you're live. And if there's something that you want us to cover, because we can cover anything from, what do you think? Life. We got health insurance covered. We got
auto home.
Oh gosh, we got auto home covered. We got business insurance covered. All kinds of business insurance. We have an adjuster on here. Don't we have an adjuster on?
Yes, we do. Cecil.
Yes, I'm also an insurance adjuster as well.
Cecil is like the insurance guru. He's like the Swami of insurance. So if there's something you want us to cover in an upcoming episode of Insurance Agent Say What, then let us know, and we'll get that in to help you out. I'm David Berry with my guys Cecil Dahlberry and Carlos Salazar.
Till then.
Till next time.
Bye.